Oh, I just am so relieved. They're exceptional because they're not just caving because Lakeland and Coeur d'Alene are doing it.
Well, coming up, we're talking with a post-falls parent following last night's decision not to resume full-time in-person learning.
Tonight, we'll be airing the first presidential debate here on KREM 2 News. This morning, we'll tell you what you need to know before tuning in.
And 47 degrees right now, pretty chilly in the inland northwest, but clear and sunny skies ahead. It's going to warm up, and I'll tell you how long that sunshine is going to last. And Democrats are proposing a second COVID-19 relief package worth $2.2 trillion. This morning, we'll tell you what it includes.
Up with KREM begins now.
Coming up on 7:31 this morning, it is National Coffee Day here on Up with KREM. It is, I think it's the understatement of the year that it's a big part of our morning. We want you, though, to join in on the buzz with us. Send us a picture, text us your coffee of choice. Let us know, what are you drinking this morning? What do you like to drink? Text us at 509-448-2000. I like looking at these, Jen, because there we go. Nitro cold brews all day, every day. I could get on with that one.
Right? I'm noticing none of these are the same. Everyone has a different order here. So many different ways you can take your coffee this morning.
Wow, Tim Hortons? I didn't know that Tim Hortons was on the West Coast. I thought it was an East Coast thing. Is that true, Jen? Have you heard of Tim Hortons?
No, you're asking the wrong person.
Okay, all right. Well, whoever wrote in with the Tim Hortons suggestion, I got to know, are you bringing it from the East Coast? I was under the impression it stuck over on the West Coast, or maybe it's a Canada thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I would assume maybe Canada.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Maybe they'll write back this morning, let us know. But of course, it is National Coffee Day. Yeah. That's why we're talking about it this morning, to get your day started here on Up with KREM.
Still haven't had mine, by the way. I'm still waiting on mine.
7:32 now. Well, let's send things over to Dana Marie McNichol for what we can expect outside. Maybe you can sneak in a little coffee in there?
Maybe I will.
Oh, good morning, guys. If you are drinking coffee this morning, take a look outside because the sunrise is absolutely beautiful this morning. Clear skies, really gorgeous colors, but it is chilly, so grab a jacket. 36 degrees right now in Sandpoint, 44 in Coeur d'Alene, 47 in Spokane, and then over a little bit in central Washington, 46 in Moses Lake. It is going to heat up quite a bit, though. Take a look at your screen. Winds are calm, and your high for Spokane is 78 degrees. That happens at 4 p.m. today. So a beautiful day to get outside, go on the golf course, maybe go on a bike ride. And if you're thinking, oh, I'm too busy, I can't get outside today, don't worry. You're going to see the beautiful 79-degree weather last until Sunday. So we really have a gorgeous time, maybe a little gift from nature from that week that we experienced when we had all that smoke. We're getting a last week of summer. For those that are thinking, hey, I just want it to be fall, a little bit chillier, get out in the morning hours because you'll definitely feel that crisp, cold fall air. All right, we're going to break down my full forecast coming up. Joshua?
Thank you, Dana Marie. By the way, I've been corrected. Tim Hortons is also a Canada thing. All right. Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin will speak this morning about the $2.2 trillion COVID-19 relief package from House Democrats. So as we take a look at the bill, people would receive another round of $1,200 stimulus checks. People receiving unemployment would get an extra $600 a month again. The small business lending program would reopen. It would also provide assistance for the airline industry. The House could act on that bill as early as this week. And after a shortened 60-game season, Major League Baseball playoffs start today. The playoff field is twice as big as it's been in normal years, with 16 teams compared to the normal 8. The Wild Card Series starts today. That's a best-of-3 series held at home fields of the higher seed teams. But after that, the divisional round, the league championship round, and the World Series will be played in bubble locations in Texas and California. Now, I know we've been showing you images of the Mariners. Unfortunately, they did not win their way into those larger fields of teams this year, Jen.
7:34 now. Well, this morning, here are 3 things to know about coronavirus. This morning, the Spokane Regional Health District is reporting 192 new coronavirus cases. Leaders say this was from a 3-day span last weekend. It includes 61 cases Saturday, 74 on Sunday, and then another 57 yesterday. The agency reports 2 new deaths as well. Authorities say 32 people are currently in the hospital. And in the grand total here, the total number of cases now for our region is nearly 7,000. This morning, around 30 people are in quarantine after doctors diagnosed someone at Meade High School with coronavirus. The district will contact anyone who came into close contact with that patient. Right now, the district is on a rotating schedule with about 1,200 students attending in-person classes. Now, experts say Idaho is experiencing a third wave of coronavirus. Leaders with the state task force say it's due to a number of factors, and that includes schools reopening and fall sports resuming. They expect the highest rates of new cases since the beginning of the pandemic to come in the coming weeks. Now, meanwhile, across state line, we are hearing from the Spokane area's leading health expert on the pandemic.
Numerous organizations have come out and demonstrated that young children can wear face coverings. It's a function of how well they are, if you will, trained to do so. And children want to please. And I think the messaging that has served many well is that, you know what, if you wear this face covering, you can protect other people, you can protect your family, your brothers and sisters, your parents from getting this infection.
I agree with that. Now, as far as the data goes, Dr. Bob Lutz is comfortable with our incident rates among ages 4 to 6. Joshua here now to give us a more in-depth look by the numbers.
Thank you, Jen. Yeah, as we headed into the final week of September, Spokane County saw a record surge of new COVID-19 cases last week. So how we respond now to surges like this could shape how we close out 2020 in our fight against the virus. We're going to look at data from Spokane Regional Health District because all year long we had never seen 3 straight days of COVID-19 case numbers topping 100. That is until last week. As we see it happening here on last Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, combining for 338 new cases overall. Now, since then, you can see the numbers do kind of drop off a little bit, but I want to look at how the first half of September compared to the second half of September as we take a look at more specific data now. From September 1st through the 15th, Spokane County only saw single-day case numbers pass the 50 mark 4 times. Now, in the second half, since September 16th, we saw only 1 day where single-day totals did not pass 50 right here. Now, that could be linked to a number of things. It could be from a surge of cases from Labor Day weekend, possibly schools starting back up. So now let's look at who has been hit hardest this month so far. During the first half of the month, adults in the 20 range made up the majority here, followed by people in their 30s and then people in their 40s making up the top 3. Now, as we saw schools starting to open back up, whether that's students returning to the classroom, following distance model, some kind of hybrid, as we see it shift a little bit. Did you see it? Right here, we saw a big increase here in the 10 to 19 age group. Now, all age groups did see numbers increase, but that was the most notable to me as I looked at this data. But with all of that being said, this is the image that really should be the most telling here this morning. A big part of why schools are reopening is because of the county's contact tracing plan. The idea is, even if there is some kind of outbreak, a strong plan means health leaders and school officials can track that outbreak and neutralize it before it spreads too much farther. That is where this orange line comes in. It's the epidemiological link, which is basically the link between one case and another case. The higher the orange line goes, the more efficient the contact tracing plan, the more confident health leaders are that they can manage future spikes and outbreaks. So as we take a look at September, so far, every week has had an EpiLink rate over 70%. That's the most robust our contact tracing plan has been since all the way back here in late May and early June. And for some context, that's when numbers were barely hitting the double digits. All of this to say that yes, cases have spiked and they are now starting to drop again, but the county's contact tracing plan continues to get stronger. And Dr. Bob Lutz is using data like this to support young kids going back into in-person learning in the classroom.
From July 1st to last week, I want to say we had something on the order of less than 30 children in that age group. And when I did our incidence rate for that age group, it was less than 1 per 100,000.
We will take a closer look at Dr. Lutz's reasoning just ahead.
And tonight, President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden will square off in their first presidential debate. We will tell you what people are talking about online leading up to the historic debate.
clear skies over Lake Coeur d'Alene and most of the inland northwest. 47 degrees, pretty chilly right now, but we're going to heat up for a high of 70s. I'm talking about when the sunshine is going to stay and how long.